Welcome back. Now, the latest in Delhi and the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal is going to meet with the Delhi Lieutenant Governor to resign as the Delhi Chief Minister. Remember, earlier today, Atishi was announced, the State Minister was announced as the new Chief Minister. She will be taking over from Arvind Kejriwal as the Chief Minister of Delhi. There you can see Arvind Kejriwal en route to the Delhi LG to resign as the Chief Minister of Delhi. This was an announcement that Arvind Kejriwal made after he emerged from Tihar jail, when he finally was granted bail after spending over 100 days in jail. And Arvind Kejriwal emerged from Tihar, and he made this a somewhat surprise announcement because it also took many in his own party by surprise, where he said that he will be stepping down in 2 days as the Delhi Chief Minister. Since yesterday, we've seen a series of meetings taking place, and today morning was another meeting of all the MLAs, and it was there that it was announced that Arvind Kejriwal would be succeeded by Atishi as the new Chief Minister of Delhi. Let's go across to Aishwarya now, who joins us from from the LG's residence, where Arvind Kejriwal has just arrived there, Aishwarya, to step down as Chief Minister of Delhi and Atishi to take over.
Well, that's right. In the visuals, you can see Arvind Kejriwal along with the other Council of Ministers of Arvind Kejriwal's cabinet had just arrived at LG Secretariat, and from here on, Arvind Kejriwal will be tendering his resignation to the LG. There you can see in the visuals now Gopal Rai and Atishi and other senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party now arriving at the LG Secretariat as well. Arvind Kejriwal will be giving the resignation to the LG over here, and also a letter of support of Atishi will be handed over to the LG as she will be forming new Delhi government. So clearly, as far as the entire Delhi cabinet is concerned, they have now arrived at the LG Secretariat. We've been told that from minutes from now, Arvind Kejriwal will no longer be the Chief Minister of Delhi, and as today in the in the meeting of the legislatures of Delhi, it was decided that Atishi will be taking over, and a letter of support will be handed over to the Lieutenant Governor from here on, as far as the upcoming Chief Minister and upcoming cabinet of Delhi is concerned. Now, very interestingly, it has also been said to us that on 26th and 27th of September, the special assembly session will be called, and before that, it would be Atishi who will be taking oath of the Chief Minister of Delhi, and this would be till the time until the elections in Delhi will not take place. There you can see senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party as well arriving over here as far as the LG Secretariat is concerned. They all will be present because Arvind Kejriwal being the top leader of Aam Aadmi Party, and this is what the convention always follows. The entire cabinet had come over here. In the next vehicle, there is Saurabh Bharadwaj sitting over here, cabinet minister of the Delhi government, and in the next car it is more senior leaders. So it is also stated by Atishi, remember, during that press briefing, that Arvind Kejriwal is the only chief minister. It is under his guidance the next cabinet will work, and that's very important because it has been also alleged by the Bharatiya Janata Party that Atishi would be just rubber stamp CM, and also more allegations by the Bharatiya Janata Party, where Virendra Sachdeva himself stated that it would be the Aam Aadmi Party which is sending the entire people of national capital to communism, and that's the charge that they had made. Also, very interestingly, it has been stated by the Bharatiya Janata Party that this is the corruption is in their DNA, and this is a corrupt government just to whitewash what has happened in the past. Arvind Kejriwal's resignation is not much. They had to dissolve the entire government, and a fresh election should take forward. Bharatiya Janata Party and Aam Aadmi Party, on both sides, they are very confident that whenever the elections will happen, they will succeed. but it is Arvind Kejriwal who said that they will go to the public's court, to people's court, and both Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal, uh, upcoming days, they will be spending around the public, and they will be asking whether they should continue as the chief minister if they win in the upcoming days or not. But as visual speaks it itself, the entire cabinet of Arvind Kejriwal is over here at the LG Secretariat, and very soon Arvind Kejriwal will be tendering his resignation, not for the first time, not for the second time, but for the third time. Arvind Kejriwal, since 2013, will be giving his resignation. But of course, because Aam Aadmi Party has its own numbers, and it will be making the new government till the time the elections will not happen. But Atishi, a very interesting name, who was elected as the Aam Aadmi Party legislative leader, and by their MLAs, it was Atishi who took the charge of the entire Aam Aadmi Party when there were absence of the senior leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party, when Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, Satyendra Jain, Arvind Kejriwal himself was in jail. She was the one who came every time forward and addressed the press conferences whenever there was a blockage from the side of the Lieutenant Governor. She was the one who writes the letter on behalf of the Delhi government to the LG. So she took it one on one, and therefore the reason perhaps the loyalist of Arvind Kejriwal now given chance to step up and to take position of Arvind Kejriwal. Now, whether the political successor is something that many are calling or Atishi of Arvind Kejriwal, how far she can take the entire governance, because she has worked very closely in the field of education as well. When Manish Sisodia was the education minister, and now being the cabinet minister, she's been elevated to the position of the chief minister. Very a short moment from now, we can expect those visuals from the LG Secretariat where Arvind Kejriwal will be giving his resignation from the chief minister's post, and from here on, all eyes will be on the LG as to what date he will be calling Atishi to take oath for the new chief minister of Delhi, and whether there would be reshuffle in the entire Arvind Kejriwal cabinet in the upcoming days or not. But certainly, as you can see, the security had been beefed up. The LG Secretariat, expecting senior leadership also to come out from the Aam Aadmi Party and to speak to media as well. But that is something that all eyes would be, because some are saying that it's a political masterstroke. Some are saying that this
Right.
is something that will start the debacle of the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, what will happen next is something that remains to be seen. But very short, after very few minutes, we can expect Arvind Kejriwal to step outside from the
That's right, and Aishwarya, interesting you spoke about how some are talking about this being a master stroke, the fact that Arvind Kejriwal said he's going to resign as soon as he came out of jail, whereas the BJP has hit back and said that this is a compulsion. And since yesterday there was speculation as to who would be that stand-in chief minister, because let's face it, it's just for a matter of a few months till February that Atishi will remain chief minister. Clearly she has complete trust of Arvind Kejriwal, and even when her name was announced, she spoke of Arvind Kejriwal as her guru. She also spoke about how it's only in the Aam Aadmi Party that a first time a politician could, hope or could succeed in becoming a chief minister. So that was interesting, even as the BJP has been hitting out now at her, saying that she's a dummy chief minister, and also pointing out her parents who are known leftists, and, their support for Afzal Guru signing of his mercy petitions. Already those attacks have begun.
Well, certainly, BJP has lashed out at the Aam Aadmi Party, and they had been calling this the corrupt government, and giving charge to Atishi, something that will push Delhi to communal violence as well. And as we speak now, some movement over here as far as the LG secretary is concerned. But when we had seen Bharatiya Janata Party reacting to what the decisions of Arvind Kejriwal after he coming out from the Tihar jail, it had been asked by the Bharatiya Janata Party that does Delhi need a puppet CM. In fact, the BJP also stated that it's very unfortunate for Delhi that such a woman is going to sit on CM's chair, who is, according to them, an anti-national because remember, it was also Swati Maliwal who tweeted it out and said that the parents and family members of Atishi had supported Afzal Guru at that point of time when he was given life imprisonment. Now, also, it was very important comments that were made by the Bharatiya Janata Party about Atishi, that even now she is giving statement that the corrupt Kejriwal is the chief minister. She is just a puppet. Uh, the people of national capital will certainly answer in the upcoming elections that whether they want this corrupt government or not. Because remember, the Bharatiya Janata Party had stated that in the alleged Delhi excise policy case, it is just a bail that has been granted to Arvind Kejriwal. He had not been, rubbed aside from the charges that were leveled against him. BJP also went on to say that he will be known as Bailwala CM. And now, when he had decided to go back to the People's Court, it would be certainly, the people of Delhi who will be deciding that what will be the fate of Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodiya, because both have said that they will not be continuing in the upcoming cabinet until and unless the elections are due. Certainly, one more demand that also had been asked by Arvind Kejriwal, that the elections should be held in November. There should be early elections in the national capital with the elections of Maharashtra and Jharkhand as well. Now, whether that will take place or not is something that remains to be seen. But the BJP on their side has also been stating that it is Supreme Court who had given their orders. Arvind Kejriwal could not go to the Chief Minister's office. He cannot sign any official file, and therefore he was altogether been on the other side. In other words, said by the Supreme Court that he should resign, and that's what he had done. In fact, BJP also said that he should have resigned much before if he really wanted to go to people's court and to talk to
Right.
the people of this of the national capital, that whether they agree with what has happened, and these are all false charges that had been imposed on him. But certainly, in just few moments from now, we are expecting Arvind Kejriwal to come out, and he will be soon called the ex-chief minister of Delhi now.
That's right, Aishwarya. So do keep, an eye on what's happening and bringing us those visuals. Let's go across to Tanushka also now for more. She joins us from Arvind Kejriwal's residence. And Tanushka, huge challenge for Arvind Kejriwal. He's handing over the chief ministership to Atishi, as it were. He announced this after emerging from Tihar. The AAP is also, contesting in the elections that are happening in Haryana. Arvind Kejriwal also now out of jail. Manish Sisodiya out of jail. They have a lot of work in rebuilding the party in a sense, because it's been weakened given that the top leadership was in jail all this while. So a lot to do, at this point between now and whenever elections in Delhi may take place.
Right, exactly. Lot to do, for, not just for the Aadmi party, but also for Atishi, as well as now she takes charge as the chief minister. The focus, of course, has shifted throughout the day from Arvind Kejriwal's residence to the Lieutenant Governor's residence at this point, wherein Arvind Kejriwal, Atishi, and all the other cabinet ministers have left from here to the Lieutenant Governor's residence. Of course, this is for the tender of the resignation of Arvind Kejriwal, as he had announced that he will be, putting in his papers, so to speak, and that is what is happening at the moment at the Lieutenant Governor's residence in the presence of all the cabinet ministers of the Aadmi party, be it Saurabh Bharadwaj, Kailash Gehlot, Imran Hussain. So a lot also expected in the coming days from the party as well, in terms of portfolios, in terms of who will be holding what. Will there be a reshuffle in portfolios? How will Atishi go forward ahead into governance as the chief minister for this interim period until the Delhi Assembly sessions, and until in fact the Delhi State Assembly polls, for which also Arvind Kejriwal has asked for the polls to be preponed to November. So until then, what Atishi has also maintained happened as she came out right after the announcement of her becoming the chief minister, saying that no matter who or what happens and whoever takes the post, the main objective or job at hand that not just she but also all the other Aam Aadmi Party leaders have is to reinstate Arvind Kejriwal as the chief minister of Delhi. She also reiterates that she will be working under his guidance. Back to you.
That's right. Atishi saying she will work under Arvind Kejriwal's guidance. And Aishwarya there joining us from the LG residence where Arvind Kejriwal has gone in to give in his resignation. As we were discussing earlier, Aishwarya, it is the BJP describing this as a compulsion, while others are saying that it is a masterstroke by Arvind Kejriwal, taking all by surprise.
Well, the BJP terming Atishi as a puppet CM as well, and that's what Atishi uh, said, that there is only one chief minister of Delhi, and that is Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal is someone who will guide the new government, and he is the guru who had made somebody a chief minister who comes from middle class family and also who is very new to the politics. She also compared this with Bharatiya Janata Party, stating that if she would have been in BJP, there would be no one who would have given her even a ticket. But it is Aam Aadmi Party only where it is possible that a person who comes from middle class family and who is very new to the political career had been elevated to such a level that will lead the entire government. But as many are saying that it could be Arvind Kejriwal, of course, would be guiding the entire government, but this time it would be not him who would be signing the official files, but it would be Atishi. Now, whether this will, turn the course as we have seen in Jharkhand, where Champai Soren had been given the position of chief minister, and later Champai Soren, went aside from the JMM and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. But Atishi is being said as a loyalist to Arvind Kejriwal, and someone Arvind Kejriwal can believe on what she will be doing and what she had done in the absence of Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodiya, Satyendra Jain, Sanjay Singh, when they were sent to jail. She was the one who was the face of Aam Aadmi Party, and therefore the reason perhaps a name was proposed by Arvind Kejriwal today. But BJP clearly had hitting out at the Delhi government, saying that they should Arvind Kejriwal should not just resign, but the entire cabinet should be dissolved. There should be precedent rules that should be imposed in Delhi if they literally wanted to go to the public's court. Now, Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodiya, because the messaging is very clear, they wanted to send out this message across to Haryana as well, because certainly the polls are just round the corner over there. And by making a woman a chief minister, and also, Arvind Kejriwal wanted to whitewash the entire, image of the corrupted government. They had left the positions aside, and the result that came back in 20 had got a huge mandate from the people of Delhi. This is what the Aam Aadmi Party is expecting this time as well in 2025 January, when the elections will take place. But whether this will happen or not, we remember there are different way the people of Delhi votes for in assembly polls and in the Lok Sabha polls as well. And therefore, the reason the Aam Aadmi Party seems very confident, they're saying that without any support of Congress or any other party in Delhi, they will be forming their own government, and Arvind Kejriwal will again be the chief minister, and that's what the people of Delhi wants. But the BJP had leveled attacks, and therefore the reason perhaps it will be very interesting to see that how the entire campaign will go on from now as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. Many were also speculating that it could be Sunita Kejriwal, but it is Atishi, of course, the first choice, because the tweets and the reactions that came in as soon as the name of Sunita Kejriwal emerged, that there would be Rabri Devi kind of situation in Delhi. The entire governance will be managed by Arvind Kejriwal, and that's how the government will run. And putting that aside, it is Atishi, chosen representative, had been elevated to the chief minister position. We are getting also the news from inside the LG secretariat now that Arvind Kejriwal has tendered his resignation to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Mr. Saxena. And after this, there would be a photo op opportunity that will take place. And soon after that, it would be Atishi who would be handling the letter of support to the LG as she had been elected as the leader of the Legislative Assembly of Delhi. Now, it is on the Lieutenant Governor now that on what date they will call Atishi to take oath as the Chief Minister, and if the Aam Aadmi Party wants any reshuffle in the Delhi cabinet, that will be also told to the Lieutenant Governor so that the invitations can be sent for the oath-taking ceremony very soon. After that, on 26th and 27th of September, the sources in the Aam Aadmi Party are also revealing to us that there will be a special session that will be called of the Delhi Assembly, where something important will come out as far as the decisions are concerned of the Delhi cabinet, and it would be the Delhi government who would be giving all those dues which are not being given to them as far as the last 7 or 8 months are concerned. Remember that statement by the Atishi in the press conference where she stated that when Arvind Kejriwal was not there, people of Delhi were not getting their dues and the promises that were done because of the blockage that had occurred from the Lieutenant Governor's office. Now, movement happening over there, live visuals from the LG Secretariat. We have been told that any time from now, Arvind Kejriwal will be coming out, and he had tendered his resignation as the Chief Minister. There you can see in the visuals Arvind Kejriwal, ex-Chief Minister of Delhi, now coming out from the LG Secretariat. He has tendered the resignation to the LG, and now other leaders along with Arvind Kejriwal will be also coming out. First, it is, as I mentioned, Arvind Kejriwal, who had tendered his resignation, had come out. Now it would be Atishi who would be giving the letter of support of the MLAs and the legislative party that she had been elevated as the Chief Minister. There you can see live visuals, Atishi, Gopal Rai walking, and we are expecting a soundbite from Atishi as well, who will be the next Chief Minister of the national capital. Gopal Rai along with Atishi and other senior leaders from the Aam Aadmi Party, Saurabh Bharadwaj, and other cabinet leaders also now working out. We're expecting a media bite from Atishi as she has given the letter of support to the LG's office. And now Arvind Kejriwal, we've been told, has left the
Right,
LG office.
Aishwarya, why don't you try and go ahead as we're
tendering
expecting that press conference, or at least the soundbite from Atishi is all set to be the new Chief Minister of Delhi, and hopefully we'll know the date when her swearing in will take place. But just to take you through, if you're just joining us, Arvind Kejriwal has resigned as Chief Minister of Delhi. This is from outside the LG's residence, where Arvind Kejriwal left just a short while ago after tendering his resignation. And now Atishi, along with other Delhi ministers, have emerged. Gopal Rai, Saurabh Bharadwaj, all emerging there, and we're expecting them to speak to the media. Earlier today, there was a meeting of all the cabinet and MLAs at Arvind Kejriwal's residence, where it was decided that it would be Atishi who would be taking over from Arvind Kejriwal as the Chief Minister of Delhi. This is after Arvind Kejriwal's surprise announcement when he emerged from Tihar, where he announced that in 2 days' time he would be stepping down as the Chief Minister, and that someone else would be taking charge. And it's a huge challenge really for the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal, given that so much of the top leadership has spent so long in jail. Let's try and listen into what is being said. Aishwarya is there at the LG residence. This is and as we're waiting to find out when the swearing in will take place of Atishi, Arvind Kejriwal having resigned just moments earlier, and he has now left from here allowing the next chief minister really to speak to the media, and it's really now under her charge. Though the first reaction of Atishi after being announced as the new chief minister was to thank her guru Arvind Kejriwal. She also spoke about how everyone has to work hard to ensure that Arvind Kejriwal returns as the chief minister. As Arvind Kejriwal has said, he wants to go back to the people of Delhi, the people who voted him in. He wants to go back to them and have their verdict. He did ask that elections in Delhi be held earlier in November along with Maharashtra elections rather than in February, which is when the elections are due. And now there you can see Atishi along with Gopal Rai and Saurabh Bhardwaj there, who were all part of that meeting and who accompanied Arvind Kejriwal inside as he gave in his resignation. Atishi will be the third woman chief minister that Delhi will get after Sushma Swaraj and Sheila Dikshit. Now we'll have Atishi as our third woman chief minister of the national capital of Delhi. Delhi here, and we're just waiting for some order as they're trying to organize the media so that Atishi can address everyone. Already attacks have begun against her by the BJP, who called her a dummy chief minister. They said in her, Delhi is getting a dummy chief minister. Let's just listen into what if that press conference is beginning. Well, let's go back to Aishwarya. So Aishwarya, any moment now, we're expecting her to address the media that's waiting for her press conference, for her announcement there. And Arvind Kejriwal, that was fairly diplomatic. He made that exit so that all cameras can now be on Atishi.
Well, that's the positioning that has been maintained by Arvind Kejriwal as well after tendering his resignation. He first left from the LG office, and the rest of the cabinet is there with Atishi, and we're expecting Atishi to soon address the media. Hundreds of cameras focused on her because it's a day she has been elevated as the chief minister, and therefore the reason perhaps all are waiting for her to speak. And Arvind Kejriwal just left the LG secretariat from here without giving any media bite, and it is him who already had stated, now it's my turn to speak to the people, not to the media, because he, along with Manish Sisodiya, will not be any longer part of the Delhi cabinet. But as far as the visual speaks in itself, it is hundreds of cameras focused on Atishi, and along with Atishi is Gopal Rai and Saurabh Bhardwaj and other senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, who also came along with Atishi and Arvind Kejriwal to LG Secretariat. Now, very shortly, it would be Atishi who would be speaking, and will be giving details as to when the Lieutenant Governor had given a time to come and to take oath as the next Chief Minister of Delhi.
आहत होकर के जेल से आने के बाद दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने यह ऐलान किया था कि जब तक दिल्ली की जनता दोबारा अपना समर्थन दे करके हमें नहीं जिताती है, तब तक हम दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री के कुर्सी पर नहीं बैठेंगे। उसी ऐलान के तहत आज मुख्यमंत्री जी ने उपराज्यपाल महोदय को अपना इस्तीफा सौंपा है। साथ ही साथ दिल्ली के अंदर आगे सरकार अपना समर्थन दे करके हमें नहीं जिताती है, तब तक हम दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री के कुर्सी पर नहीं बैठेंगे। उसी ऐलान के तहत आज मुख्यमंत्री जी ने उपराज्यपाल महोदय को अपना इस्तीफा सौंपा है। साथ ही साथ दिल्ली के अंदर आगे सरकार को संचालित करने के लिए सुबह आम आदमी पार्टी के विधायक मंडल दल की बैठक हुई थी। बैठक में सर्वसम्मति से आतिशी जी को अपना विधानमंडल दल का नेता चुना गया था। हमने आम आदमी पार्टी के विधानमंडल दल का जो फैसला है पार्टी की तरफ से उपराज्यपाल जी को सूचित किया है और साथ ही साथ हमारे विधायक दल की नेता आतिशी जी की तरफ से जल्द सरकार बनाने के लिए दावेदारी प्रस्तुत की गई है। हमने उपराज्यपाल महोदय से निवेदन किया है कि जल्द से जल्द शपथ की तारीख सुनिश्चित की जाए, जिससे कि दिल्ली के अंदर दिल्ली के 2 करोड़ लोगों के लिए जो काम है उस काम को आगे बढ़ाया जा सके और साथ ही साथ जो दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने जो काम किया, बिजली का, पानी, स्कूल, अस्पताल, उस पर जो खतरे मंडरा रहे हैं उसको संरक्षित किया जा सके, उससे उसको बचाया जा सके। इन 2 लक्ष्यों को लेकर के सभी पार्टी के विधायक, सभी मंत्री ये शपथ लिए हैं कि जल्द से जल्द नई सरकार के गठन के साथ दिल्ली की जनता के साथ हम अभियान शुरू करेंगे और जल्द से जल्द दिल्ली में चुनाव करा करके दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को दोबारा मुख्यमंत्री की शपथ दिलाएंगे। आतिशी जी।
दिल्ली के लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के खिलाफ पिछले अरविंद केजरीवाल जी में रखा, ना सिर्फ अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को बरी किया बल्कि बहुत तीखी टिप्पणी करी केंद्र सरकार की एजेंसीज पर कि केंद्र सरकार की एजेंसीज पिंजरे में बंद एक तोते की तरह हैं और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की गिरफ्तारी गलत थी, एक दुर्भावना के तहत की गई थी। अगर कोई भी और नेता होता, कोई भी और मुख्यमंत्री होता तो वो तुरंत जाके मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी पर बैठ गया, लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने जो फैसला लिया शायद ही इस देश के इतिहास में, मैं कहूंगी इस दुनिया के लोकतांत्रिक इतिहास में किसी नेता ने लिया होगा। उन्होंने कहा कि मेरे लिए सिर्फ सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला काफी नहीं है, मुझे दिल्ली की जनता का फैसला चाहिए। मैं दिल्ली की जनता की अदालत में जाऊंगा और अगर दिल्ली की जनता कहेगी कि अरविंद केजरीवाल ईमानदार है तो मैं तभी मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी पे बैठूंगा। और आज इसी तहत अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने अपना इस्तीफा दिया है। ये आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए, हमारे पूरे विधायक दल के लिए, दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए एक दुख का क्षण है। पूरी दिल्ली में लोग अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के इस्तीफे से दुखी हैं, लेकिन साथ ही दिल्ली के लोग इस बात का प्रण ले रहे हैं कि आने वाले चुनाव में वो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को फिर से मुख्यमंत्री बनाना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि उन्हें पता है अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसा ईमानदार मुख्यमंत्री नहीं होगा तो दिल्ली में बिजली फ्री नहीं मिलेगी। अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसा मुख्यमंत्री नहीं होगा तो सरकारी स्कूल नहीं अच्छे होंगे। अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसा मुख्यमंत्री नहीं होगा तो मोहल्ला क्लिनिक बंद हो जाएंगे। अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसा मुख्यमंत्री नहीं होगा तो महिलाओं को फ्री बस यात्रा नहीं मिलेगी। और इसीलिए आम आदमी पार्टी के सारे विधायक, दिल्ली के 2 करोड़ लोग इस मुहिम में जुट गए हैं कि आने वाले चुनाव में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना है। लेकिन तब तक, जब तक चुनाव नहीं होता, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भरोसा कर मुझ पे ये जिम्मेदारी दी है और आने वाले कुछ महीने तक, जब तक ये जिम्मेदारी मेरे पास है, तब तक मेरे 2 काम रहेंगे। एक, ये मुहिम चलाना कि कैसे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और दिल्ली के हम लोग मिलकर दिल्ली के लोगों के साथ अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को फिर से दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री बनाएं। और जब तक चुनाव नहीं होते तब तक दिल्ली के लोगों की रक्षा करना कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी षड्यंत्र रचकर दिल्ली के लोगों की बिजली, फ्री बिजली, अच्छे स्कूल, मोहल्ला क्लिनिक में इलाज बंद ना कर दे, ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी रही। और उसी के लिए आज हमने एलजी साहब को पत्र दिया है, सरकार बनाने की दावेदारी का पत्र दिया है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि जल्द ही आगे का
You had Atishi addressing the media shortly after Arvind Kejriwal submitted his resignation to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, and Atishi will be sworn in, we're imagining, in the next couple of days as the new chief minister. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal announced after emerging from Tihar jail just 2 days ago that he would be resigning within 48 hours, and that was a surprise announcement, something that was criticized by the BJP as a compulsion, while others said it was a masterstroke, a political deft move that he made. Since yesterday, there were a series of meetings as we awaited to know who would be the next chief minister of Delhi, and earlier today, after a meeting of all MLAs at Arvind Kejriwal's residence, it was announced that Atishi would be taking over as the chief minister. She is someone who held several ministries in Delhi. She and Saurabh Bhardwaj essentially managing the show along with Gopal Rai, as several of the leaders remained in jail. Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodiya remained in jail, and at that time Atishi had taken charge and bore a lot of responsibility. She is someone who's worked very closely with Manish Sisodiya on the education policy of the Delhi government, and worked closely with several schools as well. Remember that Delhi government schools have been credited with an overhaul ever since the AAP came to power, and under Manish Sisodiya and Atishi, they're addressing the media and talking about how Arvind Kejriwal spent 6 months in jail, and how that it is the people of Delhi who want him back as the chief minister. Arvind Kejriwal himself said he wants to go back to the people of Delhi. He wants to go to the court of the people for vindication to be elected once again as chief minister of Delhi. He even asked that the elections in Delhi be brought forward to November to take place with Maharashtra rather than in February, which is when elections are due. We're also expecting an overhaul of the cabinet in Delhi as well. And Arvind Kejriwal earlier today arriving here at the LG's residence, he left just before Atishi and the other ministers emerged to address the media. Let's go back to Aishwarya, who's also there at the LG residence. So Aishwarya, Atishi, they're speaking about Mr. Kejriwal, saying that the people of Delhi want him back, and speaking about several schemes, including Mohalla clinics, etc., various schemes for women, that all this will, that the people want this, all this will stop if we're not here, and that the people of Delhi want Arvind Kejriwal back.
Well, one thing is very clear as far as what Atishi had said after giving that letter of support to the Lieutenant Governor, that the politics of Delhi will revolve around Arvind Kejriwal. He will be the focus point of each and everyone, and that's where the Aam Aadmi Party will be doing its campaign around Arvind Kejriwal to bring him back as the Chief Minister of Delhi. And certainly it was Atishi who also stated that it's a sad day for the entire national capital, who wanted Arvind Kejriwal to see as their chief minister. It is Arvind Kejriwal again, who had brought a good education to the schools of Delhi, to the students, and also good hospitals, electricity free, and everything was revolving around Arvind Kejriwal. And when Arvind Kejriwal left for Atishi to take that stage and to speak to the media, it was him who did not comment on anything, but was said by Gopal Rai as well that all efforts will be made by the entire Aam Aadmi Party to bring him back as the chief minister, because everyone wants to see him as the chief minister of Delhi. Now, very interestingly, it was also said that now Lieutenant Governor will be soon calling Atishi to take oath as the chief minister. Now, whether there would be reshuffle in the Delhi cabinet or not is something that remains to be seen. What sort of cabinet will be constituted? Delhi government will be formed again, and this will be under Atishi, as she had now presented the letter of support, as she had been elected as the member of Legislative Assembly of Delhi today in the meeting at Chief Minister's residence. Very interestingly, one more aspect that had come out, because the residence in which ex-Chief Minister now Arvind Kejriwal, who used to live 6 civil lines, which was more of a contention, the cases were lodged as far as the corruption to build that multi-story building is concerned. It has been said by the Bharatiya Janata Party now, when he is not the chief minister, he should be coming out of that residence as well. It's an official bungalow for the chief minister, and now he's no more the official chief minister of Delhi. So he should come out now. Whether that decision will be taken very soon or it will be, Arvind Kejriwal will take some time from the central government to allot that residence for some more time until the elections does not happen is something that remains to be seen. But the cabinet that currently was with Arvind Kejriwal, more or less, that would be same, that would be repeated is something that the sources also indicating to us. It would be just the chief minister's position and the deputy chief minister's position that would be filled. Whether there would be deputy chief minister or one cabinet minister that would be taking charges of what Manish Sisodia has holded earlier, now being transferred to Atishi, so that would be also reshuffled, and one more will be inducted. So two changes majorly in the cabinet, along with Chief Minister Atishi now coming in and will be taking oath. 26th and 27th September, as I mentioned, will be the 2 dates that the special assembly will be called in at the Delhi assembly, and there would be some important laws that would be and bills which will be passed. That's also the sources clearly indicating. Who will be the new minister is something that all eyes will be on Atishi, because now she would want any of her loyalists to be inducted in the ministerial position. But it's all about 2 or 3 months from now, because the elections are just due around the corner in the beginning of 2025. And till then, Atishi has said that all the work that was stopped till now, that will continue, as Arvind Kejriwal was not allowed to go to the Chief Minister's office and was not allowed to sign the official files. Now Atishi will continue to do that as far as going to the Chief Minister's office and to continue the work that had been done so far by Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia, the duo who had led several elections win for Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital.
All right, Aishwarya, thanks so much for joining us there. We will return to you for more. So that's the big breaking news right now. Atishi emerging from the LG's residence shortly after Arvind Kejriwal resigned as chief minister, and Atishi submitted her the letters of support that she had from AAP MLAs to take over as the next chief minister. That date will be announced soon. But the BJP, as we mentioned, has already started targeting Atishi over saying that the Delhi is getting a dummy chief minister in Atishi, that she's just a stand-in for Arvind Kejriwal, and they're also targeting her family and referring to her parents, and her parents are known leftists in the country, and that's no secret, and talking about how some of their politics. Let's listen into what the BJP had to say.
Sir, Atishi's name has been announced. She is now going to be the next chief minister of Delhi. How are you looking at it?
Today, Delhi has been seen as a dummy chief minister in the name of Atishi. Things will not change. This whole government is involved in the corruption. So the corruption charges will remain on the Arvind Kejriwal government. Arvind Kejriwal we all know that Atishi will be just a face. End of the day, everything will be taken care by the Arvind Kejriwal only. So things will not be changed.
Sir, but Gopal Rai...
But the important thing is today, Atishi has to answer one question. Is your parents has not signed the petition of Afzal Guru? You have to tell the whole country what's the fact. The fact is, your parents has signed a mercy petition of Afzal Guru. So this is the face of Aam Aadmi Party and Atishi.
Atishi, in fact, has now been declared as the new chief minister. She is going to be the chief minister of the national capital for the time being. This decision has been taken by the Aam Aadmi Party. And to talk more on that, we have been joined with the Delhi BJP president, Viren Sachdeva ji with us. Sir, Atishi को अब चुन लिया गया है नई CM का चेहरा के तौर पे. काफ़ी predictable decision था, लेकिन BJP इसे कैसे देखती है?
मजबूरी में बनाया गया मुख्यमंत्री हैं ये, और आम आदमी पार्टी का जो भ्रष्टाचार है, जिस आम आदमी पार्टी ने दिल्ली की जनता को लूटने का काम किया है, उस मंत्रिमंडल का खुद हिस्सा रहे हैं आतिशी। PWD विभाग इनके पास था। दिल्ली की सड़कों की हालत देखिए, सड़कों पे गड्ढे ही गड्ढे मिलेंगे। इसी वर्ष में 9th क्लास में 1 लाख बच्चे फेल कर दिए जाते हैं, 11th के 54,000 बच्चे फेल कर दिए जाते हैं। ये शिक्षा मंत्री हैं। तो जितना भ्रष्टाचार दिल्ली की सरकार ने किया है वो चेहरा बदलने से दूर नहीं होगा। उस भ्रष्टाचार का हिसाब तो आतिशी मार लेना को भी देना होगा।
सर, अभी आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है, गोपाल राय का स्टेटमेंट आया जिसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि ये जितने भी बीजेपी के जो तमाम कॉन्स्पिरेसीज थे, एजेंसी को यूज़ किया आम आदमी पार्टी को ब्रेक करने के लिए, इसके बाद ये डिसीजन लिया गया कि एक नया चीफ मिनिस्टर ज़रूरी है और अब आतिशी लीड करेंगी, बीजेपी की कॉन्स्पिरेसीज को वो सफल नहीं होने देंगी।
मुझे गोपाल राय के लिए सहानुभूति है, क्योंकि वो चाहकर भी मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बन पाए हैं। मनीष सिसोदिया का दबाव काम आया है और गोपाल राय को मुख्यमंत्री बनाने से रोका गया है, तो उनकी मजबूरी है स्टेटमेंट देना।
सो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे थे कि काफ़ी सारे नाम चल रहे थे, आप कह रहे हैं कि आतिशी को बनाया गया है मनीष सिसोदिया के दबाव में।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जब जेल गए थे तो बहुत सारे विभाग कैलाश गहलोत को देके गए थे, लेकिन मनीष सिसोदिया के दबाव के कारण उसमें से कई सारे विभाग आतिशी मालेना को शिफ्ट किए गए थे। पूरी आम आदमी पार्टी जानती है कि आतिशी मनीष सिसोदिया के कैंप की मानी जाती हैं, और हमारे पास जो जानकारी है कि आज भी किसी और नाम पे चर्चा होनी थी, लेकिन मनीष सिसोदिया के दबाव के कारण अरविंद केजरीवाल को झुकना पड़ा है। तो इन विधायकों का अंतर्विरोध आगे आपको देखने को और मिलेगा।
All right, so let's go across to Ishika now for more. And Ishika, we just heard from the BJP, hitting out over this announcement of Atishi as the next chief minister of Delhi. Also, a question is accusing her of becoming a, dummy chief minister, a stand-in chief minister, and raking up her parents' politics as well.
Well, yes, Gargi, in fact, as you rightly mentioned, we have seen that the opposition, that is the BJP, in fact, has questioned his decision of, choosing Atishi to be the next chief minister of Delhi. First of all, they have questioned, saying that, she's only going to be here as the dummy chief minister, and does Delhi really need a puppet chief minister? Now, apart from that, in fact, they have also questioned that, apart from having all the important portfolios, if we talk about the PWD, if we talk about the education, there also, in fact, the situation was already worse. So, is it the right decision, is what the BJP is asking. Apart from that, as you rightly mentioned, they have also raised questions on her background. We have seen how, in fact, the BJP leaders, in fact, like Viren Sachdeva, Manoj Tiwari, they have, in fact, raised this question that her mentality is that of an urban Naxal, and she, after becoming the chief minister, will be pushing Delhi towards communism. Apart from that, what the BJP here is also putting a challenge for her is that they have challenged her that after becoming the chief minister, will she take the first decision of bringing a white paper on the alleged excise policy scam. So certainly after all of this, we'll have to wait and watch as to what reaction we get from Atishi after she takes oath as the chief minister. But certainly the political war of words already intensifying over this. Over to you.